We are back. What a game number one between Denial and eLevate. If that is a taste for what the rest of the series has to offer, Brycey, we are in for a good one. But you corrected yourself. You said around 8 to 10 points from that final hard point between both teams because of how long they were each contesting it. And that's really what that last one
I think
is, right?
I mentioned it was still tied for a while as well. Yeah, I think I mentioned it, yeah.
I think you said it 15 times for just as long as both teams held it down. But one big thing to mention is we've seen multiple strategies from teams on how to try to keep the contest if they're trying to get the win. They'll hop in and they'll lay down. They'll either try to flood the hard point. They'll toss out smokes and just run around. That time it was just a number advantage for Denial that wound up paying off. Replays at a monster game number one. Expect to see him do the same thing here on Detroit Search and Destroy. He's got some disgusting spawn nades on this map. We'll see if he can put them to use. Well,
jumping onto the attack here. I'm actually going to quickly just see if anybody's running a sniper rifle. Nobody is. So we're on board with replays, and it looks like a very aggressive push. Look at that, straight in, and it has gone their way so far. They're going to have score control. Can they get this kill file? Wow, all down already. It's just like that 11-1 versus 4.
Love the heads-up play from replays. He got the call out that middle street was open because of the kill on the white crates. He immediately flooded through the middle stairs.
Just gave him the hands.
No matter what happened there, even if his teammate died pushing into fire, he had the kill and the trade. Round number one, pretty flawless from Denial on offense. Here's your final kill cam.
Now, obviously, this is something that, if you remember correctly, I think it was Denial that just completely wrecked eLevate on the S&D 6-0, and it was crazy tactics.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
They kept throwing something different out of every single round.
Every single time. That was different as well. It wasn't even like I mean, you can rush school, and you can rush B-bomb side, but most people go through garage and look for pit control.
Yeah.
Who runs mid-Atlas and does that? Let's see if they're going to do something crazy on the defense.
Slack should be able to call out that 2 cross to his teammates. One player inside garage has been spotted by Hook. He's just running around middle map, and right there is even an example of kind of a different type of play style, just bouncing around the middle. Typically not a safe spot, but TJ with the snapshot onto Slasher is going to get first blood for eLevate.
Saints could be in trouble here. It is going to be even back up, 3 versus 3. But they are looking to make some serious pushes here, as they will get the numerical advantage once again. TJ Halley is in control, and he is eventually going to just have to back off there. Far too weak to do anything. Still has both Semtex is here, so we can use it to flush out fire, but it's now a 1 versus 3. And this should be eLevate to equal back up.
Yeah, they knew Replays was right there. You can see they were pre-firing lockers. Replays tried to catch the one player off guard in school. It didn't work out in his favor. Nice gunfight victory there from Classic, and they're able to even it back up. eLevate trying to just make sure Denial doesn't run away with the momentum. We saw Optic Gaming do it earlier on today against Envy. Obviously, OG going down 0-2. Once they found their stride, they were able to just take that one with ease. eLevate trying to make sure that that does not happen to them.
Well, here we go. Will we be seeing anything vanilla from these Denial guys at any time soon? Oh, you know what? It's actually going to be a big rush there, actually, from eLevate. They've taken the leaf out of Denial's book and have rushed them down.
Is leaf like a page? I just want to make sure. Is that what you said? Like a page out of Denial's book?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't know what the terms you use over there across the pond, but one thing that they do know is that Classic just picked up the kill on Hook. It's replays left in the 1-on-2.
Can he do anything here? Realistically, they know they've pushed hard, and they're going to try and deny me. I think that's just Call of Duty timing has completely done him. And he's now going to go down here. And you know what? eLevate just threw them off for that push.
Yeah, the COD vision is just so deceiving, right?
Yeah.
There you think Replays might have been able to spot him. Unfortunately, didn't work out in his favor. Classic now on a 4 streak. But you mentioned that push really catching Denial off guard. Sometimes they'll have someone sit that back Atlas building and spot that green alley. Wasn't able to that time around. 2-1 now in favor of eLevate.
Well, we're going to jump on board with Classic. He's putting up numbers. If you're hot, you're probably going to stay hot. So let's see what he can do. Now, here we go. Very, very aggressive. They're going to go for a big green push here. Go straight through. Saints is going to go for it. He's going to get the trade though, Classic, and he is going to push straight through. Look at it all go down again. Both these teams just love to play a rapid game.
Wow. Over as soon as it started.
Last time they played Search and Destroy, they were going for some of the fastest Search and Destroys I've ever seen. They're doing it again.
Slack with your final kill cam on Hook. He wound up pushing out of mid-blue with an AR, something you don't see too often, challenging the players middle street. Not only did he win one gunfight, he backed up, played his life, and then that got that one as well. Classic starting off 5-1.
No, he's changing mind, gone through a few classes there. And you're going to be asking exactly what he kind of was deciding on. And clearly some call went in, so He didn't want to get the information, and that's what a sniper rifle was used for on this map, especially on the attacking side, first of all. It's just to get that information about the cross, and if you can hit a lucky snipe, then, you know, all the better. Oh, Temp is going to be able to pick that kill now. Now, interesting, because nothing happened there in pit, and he didn't get any hit markers, he wants to push in, he is looking, has pit control now.
This is how Denial plays their 3v2s. They immediately get all three players essentially right next to each other to ensure that no matter what, they can trade the kills just like that. Yes, Temp does fall, but replays kills Saints. That'll open up the B-bomb site, but they don't decide to plant it. Slack left in the 1-on-2. He's just going to try to clutch up this round for eLevate.
Now, he's obviously working off whatever information he kind of gathered off that. He knows there was no hit markers, but he's still convinced that the normal play would be going into score here, so he is going to try to take a circumspect route to it. Unfortunately, he's seen nothing now, so he's probably suspecting that something is up. And now that he's double-checked it, now it's come in, the penny has dropped, and he's like, they've rotated against me. And this makes it more difficult, because in score, at least he would have a little bit of cover. It's a very open bomb site.
You can see Slack trying to hover over that body there on the A site to see if he can pick up, or B site to see if he can pick up a gun. Now getting shot in the back. Another example of Denial playing for the trades. It works out in their favor. eLevate went on a 3-round streak, but Denial able to slow that one down. But, I mean, look who it is. Replays 7-3, continuing to impress.
So the kind of the thought process he went to there, if you remember, he could kind of see green from where he was in school. So he knew that either at least both of them hadn't gone that way. If one of them had before the bomb went down, unlikely, then he would still push towards, you know, hospital and out towards yellow, because he would only be taking on one at a time. But because of the buddy system, it was a good chance that both of them were there.
Back Atlas player just spotted the push through Green Alley. They're immediately going to take control of the B site. Brycey, that is what Denial wasn't able to do before when this push came in. Beautifully handled by eLevate. They get the bomb planted almost instantly, and now they find themselves in the 4-on-4.
Classic trying to stay alive, playing his life here. D is going to dip out. And look at this, they are now going to be a big pinch coming in. This might actually be a bad scenario for Denial, as in they're going to be rushed, and so many players are about to stack, but they are winning the gunfight. Slasher and Hugh going down though. Slack now in a 1 versus 3. Managed to get one, cannot do enough.
Beautiful retake from Denial.
Yeah, I mean, that was, the issue being is that they had so many players concentrated to protect that bomb planter, but they actually got pushed in. They couldn't breathe.
Yep, and two big round-changing moments there was they had 2 players watching the back locker side, 2 really watching over middle map, fire, and window. Hook jumped into window and demolished TJ Halley in about, well, 4 shots. And Classic got tagged up by the nade. He had a backup from lockers. That let an easy 2v1 situation come into play for Denial. They've now tied back up the game with eLevate, now looking to take the lead in round number 7.
Again, very aggressive push straight through mid. That will have been spotted this time around, though. And you see a big gunfight going down here. It'll be Slasher. Slasher looking for mid-hours. No, TJ Halley will have the better of him in this situation. They are now stacking fire, looking for it. Has been traded away. Now, Hugh's got the information here. Is he going to try and push it? He does. He's being bold, but no, gets caught. And now Replays are sitting there going, I don't really want to go into that scenario again. No. They can't afford the trade at that point here. So if they had maybe, you know, 3 up, still they could have at least tested it and gone for the trade. But because, you know, pushing into 2, if they even losing 1 is just so detrimental at this stage. The other issue being, their now kind of current mindset is they need to make a pick. They need to make a kill if they want to make anything ahead of this round. Teammate's gone out, he's gone down. Now in a clutch situation, down he goes. Yep,
knowing that that wall can be easily sprayed through. Heads up play from eLevate. They kind of read Denial like a book there, right? They got the kill, they knew, well, Denial, they like to wrap to the different site.
Well, I think they knew that there's no way they could really trade that away. And like I said, in best case scenario, a trade going down and there's still being 1 alive, you don't want that scenario, especially when you've got a plant, right? If the bomb had been down, it's acceptable you can play the bomb.
Kind of funny that Hook getting caught on the bomb site there might have just lost Denial that round, instead of him getting into that corner of school where he can catch opponents off guard who push through middle street or middle stairs, as well as lockers. He was taken out right away. Replay striking first blood for Denial. The trade comes in. Saints not able to pick up the 2-piece. That's going to leave Hook and Temp up against Slack in the 1-on-2.
Slack just backing off now a little bit here, and it's one of these issues we always talk about clutching, and realistically you're never ever supposed to be able to do it because of how much players trade and how good all these players are at this level. So making the right decision here in terms of just being very, very cautious, very, very slow. It's actually a long time, 50 seconds. And you can actually see the guys from Denial are playing the buddy system. They're not committing to any bomb site. They're not worried about anything. They're just, you know, they've got each other's back. This is a trade game for them.
They're just going to let Slack make the first move. They'll immediately react right after this bomb is planted. They don't want to let him get too far away. They want to try to get as much information as possible, see which side he crosses to. It looks like they know he's back.
They saw him. It's been called out. He gets away.
Hook is getting shot at. He's trying to stay alive. He's got help from his teammates. Slack now begins to challenge. Spots Hook, puts some shots in, but is not able to connect with the kill. While that was going down, they already had Temp on the bomb. Denial able to tie it back up 4-4.
The fact he stayed alive in that scenario was just massive.
Yep.
Just absolutely huge. And that one on that round, 4-4 though, we did say it was going to be close.
And the different things to look at in that one, you might think, well, why is Hook challenging? He's got his teammate there. There's really no reason to try to chase down that kill. Temp was already halfway done with defusing the bomb. So even if Hook could try to distract Slasher for another 1, maybe 2 seconds, there was no way he would stop the defuse. Temp was also on the other side of the bomb site, so the shots wouldn't have killed him from middle street. Heads up play from Denial, able to tie it back up.
All right, so the information so far in this game is they know Carriage is fine. They know there's going to be no push into pit. Not really seeing anything either way, so all they're going to be doing is stacking and just waiting. It's going to be peak information, make a decision.
As of right now, Slasher having that middle blue control. Hasn't spotted a player as of yet. Nades coming out of Temp. No hit marker on that. You can see the player inside Garage actually backed up. That's TJ putting some shots down on the player mid-Atlas. Temp gaining control of the pit. Did they hear him boost? That's the big question.
Oh, he's waiting for it as well. Classic will manage to get that kill. First blood in favor of eLevate. Right, look at this. So close, around the wall, it's going to be slacked. Make that second blood, make that third.
Oh, that's it.
Hook is in a 1 versus 4, and down he goes.
Slacked with 2 massive kills inside of Green. He immediately suspected when Replays was planning. Replays suspected that Slack was going to peak. Slack got the better of him that time around, now improving to 7-6. eLevate just 1 round away, well, from taking down the S&D victory.
Let's see. I mean, maybe they start throwing, you know, kind of curveballs at their Denial. They haven't really done as much on this map. But you know what? Let's jump on board with eLevate as they are on the attack. Is there anyone you would like to specifically watch there?
Oh, no, Slack is fine. Well, this is actually key. He just spotted 3 players pushing towards B. His teammates should be able to adjust to this aggression. Unfortunately, before it could even register, Classic has been taken down. And now they're just going to pull back and play the numbers, the signs of a fantastic team. Communication at its highest right now for Denial. They do have the number advantage.
Saints now looking for this rotation here. We're going to jump on board with that player who is desperately waiting. He may catch somebody. Doesn't see anything, but he's going to go for the pinch here.
Oh,
He's going to get it down.
Perfectly done. So where eLevate gets around with a 4-0 their opponents, Denial match it the exact same way. We're heading into overtime. You saw game number 1 ended with the scores 6 seconds away from each other, tied up for almost 30 seconds in that one in a row on that final hard point here in game number 2. It is no different. Let's see who will be on the offensive side of things. That's going to be eLevate.
All right, well, let's jump on board with them then, since they've got the work to do. Now, how is this going to go? I don't think anybody's probably going to be that confident to kind of just throw anything to the wind here. It's an aggressive push, though. Saints has now picked control. Oh, heavy stun. And that's going to give the information to the guys on Denial. Temp is looking, doesn't see anything either. Here we go. This is the hard break.
All right.
TJ Halley, it's all on his shoulders. Can he get anything? No. Hits Hook. And Hook ditches out there. It's going to be Classic. Look at the pitches coming in. Slasher and Slack. There's so many kills going down. And they're looking for it here. Reinforcements flooding in. They have the advantage now.
You can see the blue arrows beginning to push towards that B bomb site. The bomb now being
Temp has
planted.
got one.
Temp evens out the numbers.
No, the Mantle gets it anyway.
The gunfight in pit. The bomb has been planted. TJ, your team needs you now. You cannot afford to go down 2-0.
Oh, the auto Mantle almost killed him as he gets in. And Temp will get the third one as well. 5 streak for Temp in the end.
He was 3-7 prior to the final 2 rounds. A 5 streak, the number 1 reason why Denial is able to clutch up. They win game number 1 in the final moments. They win game number 2 in the final moments. Well, the recipe for a possible championship for them. They are now just 1 map away from heading to the grand finals against Optic Gaming.
The Mantle almost cost him there. That could have been, it would have been a 1v2 the other way around in that scenario, but didn't happen. They managed to clutch up. And just fantastic play from both sides, I think. It's always going to be close, these.
Brycey, we just saw close game 1 and 2. We're now going to head into comeback uplink. It should be an absolute treat. Do not go anywhere. Be sure to tweet out the stream. #Scuff50K. We'll be right back.